Down to Jerry Punch, who's with Al Unser Jr.
Al, back at Indy, I know it was a short afternoon, but the excitement of just being back here and being able to come back to a place that you consider home.
Well, it was just great for us. You know, it's a shame that when Greg Ray hit the fence over there, some of the debris, I ran over it and punctured a hole in my radiator. We went back and fixed it, tried to get out there. We had 10 laps down, and just getting out there, I was in the way of everybody, and I felt it was real unsafe, so we don't have anybody to race, so might as well park it.
Being able to come back make you miss it that much more?
Oh yeah, we'll be back for sure. We'll be back with vengeance, and you know, this is the greatest place in the world. What can I say? I was going around on the pace laps talking with Tom, and it was just so great to be back. So with our new sponsors, tickets.com and Stars Encore, we'll be back.
Al Unser Jr. back at Indianapolis, still choked up, even though he will not finish today.
And the man on the move is Jeff Ward, as he has gone around both Ayrton Dare and Jimmy Vasser, and now Ward is in second position, on board with Buddy Lazier, who's moved up to fourth, as Dare now begins to fade a bit. Here comes Eliseo Salazar up to challenge him now for the fifth position. But up front, it is all Juan Montoya, who has an 8.6 second advantage now on Jeff Ward. 108 laps completed in the 84th running of the Indianapolis 500. We'll be right back. The Budweiser blimp and its eye in the sky camera are proud to provide you with these live shots 1,000 feet above the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the capital city of Indiana. Well, due to the length of this rain-delayed Indianapolis 500, the Snapple Superstars will not run today, but will be seen at a later date. Check your listings for that event. On the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, we have a good battle here going on for seventh position between Eddie Cheever and Robbie Gordon. Well, all day, Eddie Cheever has been dealing with a lot of traffic out there on the racetrack. And before the race began, we asked him, how do you deal with race traffic?
Well, try to not hit them. That's the biggest problem you have with the 500 is everybody's in such a tense state because they realize it's the most important race of the year, that there are periods of the race where everything gets kind of out of hand, and you've got to try to not get involved in it.
Eddie Cheever's Infinity Indy engine has held up well so far in the first 114 laps. He is in the 8th position, and here is Robbie Gordon looking to the inside of Dare, who is right behind Eliseo Salazar. So again, we've got a great battle here, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th running right together on the racetrack.
Looks like Robbie Gordon has come alive. He's moving up the field here and dropped back a little bit with the pit stop situations, but now he's hunting these guys down. In front, Montoya is still leading by quite a bit. Pulling away now from Buddy Lazier, who passed Jeff Ward.
He's hunting them down. He's got a big bow to hunt him down with too. He's coming.
Four leaders so far in the Indianapolis 500. Montoya has led 86. Of the 116 laps, Ray has led 26 before he was eliminated. McGee has led 2 and Vasser 1. And by the way, McGee's car is faltering. He's back in 9th position, but has fallen off the pace. Jack?
And Bob, the other car was running second for a while to his teammate Montoya. Jimmy Vasser, remember we told you that they took the wicker bill out? These are what we call wicker bills. They go on the rear wing. If you were with us during the rain delay, I showed you how you slide them in. With all the rubber and debris that's on the racetrack, the little groove on Jimmy Vasser's got so stuck up they could take the wicker out, but they couldn't put a new wicker in. That's why the car has become so loose.
Wow. See, Eddie Cheever has taken the position from Gordon, so Cheever now in the 7th position.
And in this group, there's Jimmy Vasser. He might be holding on to that car, but he's still holding off these guys right behind him. Eddie Cheever in the same group behind Dare, and then ahead of them is Salazar, and that guy in front is Jimmy Vasser.
Oh, look at this. Whoa,
Look at
rewind down to the first turn, and Dare gets both Salazar and Cheever.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There's an eyeful, I'll tell you.
Well, there's a couple of veterans getting through with one rookie, but they did great.
Wow. And now
Here we go.
Darwin with a
Darwin's
good run on Vassar. Yeah, down the backstretch to see if he's able to make the pass. Indeed, Ayrton Darwin goes to 4th spot.
And look at, or listen to Jimmy Vassar. He's just threading the throttle there, just being real gentle because his car is just not handling great. And look for Jimmy to be passed here by all these guys behind him.
Well, again, like I say, when he was leading, it wasn't nearly as serious. But once he gets in the middle of all that turbulent air, that car is really going to loosen up on him.
One thing we can see there is he is quick on the straightaway for not having that gurney flap in the rear wing. He really is a quick car down the straight and struggling a little bit through the turns.
Well, the new ABC innovation that we're showing you here in the Indianapolis 500, the track map will show you the interval of the top 3. Montoya with a good lead over Lazier, who's pursued by Ward. I'm Bob Jenkins with former Indy 500 winners Tom Sneva and Arie Luyendyk. We're 122 laps into the 200-lap Indianapolis 500. Juan Montoya is the leader. There are 8 cars on the lead lap. Buddy Lazier is running in 2nd position. We've had a couple of incidents on the racetrack. No injuries to this point. Both Lynn St. James and Sarah Fisher have been eliminated in the same crash. Let's check on the stories that we came on the air with. The Battle of the Champions, well, Greg Ray was one of those involved in an incident. He's out of the race, and Montoya leads. Al Unser Jr., we saw him drop out of the race a few minutes ago. Sarah Fisher, currently 31st. They're working on her car. A.J. Foyt has a good race going with his 3 drivers. They're 3rd, 6th, and 17th. And again, the gearbox problem has not been that serious a problem to this point. The fastest car on the racetrack is Eddie Cheever, or among the fastest. He has moved up to 5th position now.
Eddie Cheever passed 3 cars in the last couple of laps while we were on commercial break, and it's just on a tear. And he's really happy with his car. He radioed in that he's really happy with the handling. He's got it dialed in, and let's look for him on the next pit stop. Let's see if he does make any changes or not.
Well, I'd say Montoya ain't real upset with his car either.
Leslie Goodell is with Richie Hearn, who's dropped out.
Richie Hearn is done for the day after having problems with his car. Talk about what happened.
Oh, really, I don't know. We, after that one long yellow we had, I just went to go, and it didn't want to go. It was running pretty good up to that point. I messed up my first pit stop, but the car was really easy to drive and pretty good in traffic, and so I wasn't too bad. I wasn't too worried about getting my lap back, but I don't know. We changed everything, and I don't know. The valve spring must have broke or something like that. But I'd like to thank all the guys from Pagan Racing and who gave me a chance here to run here this year, and Walker Racing for helping me out, and Net Zero, Curb Records, and Petro Molly for putting together this program, and we'll try again next year.
Thanks a lot. An update on Robbie Buell. He is out of his car. They're trying to fix the gearbox, but hoping to get back out. He is the IRL points leader. They'd like to get back on the track. Jerry Punch?
Well, the news is not good, Leslie, at all for Robbie McGee and Team Treadway. When he pitted on lap 99, he was in 2nd spot, and now he is trying to hang on to 9th position. They have a motor problem, an engine problem brewing. When he went back on the racetrack, the engine would not come up to speed. He has now lost 200 RPMs.
And a problem here on the main straightaway. A car smoking. It appears as if it's Darre. And indeed it is. The car smoking. I don't know whether he's had contact with the wall or just an engine problem. Doesn't look like the car is damaged in any way. But boy, a tough break for Ayrton Darre, who was running right up there at the front.
And you could see him. He was really mad. He was beating on the steering wheel. He was so happy with what was going on.
Slow it down. Just put it down there and park it. Park it at the pits.
They were giving him instructions.
Oh, and you can see how frustrated he is.
South American temper. He's really mad about the situation, but that's racing. They blow up, they break, and sometimes they stay in one piece, eh, Tom?
Yeah, fortunately, he was able to get it down, and there's a lot of oil there, so he did a good job of getting it out of everybody's way and not causing anybody else a problem.
He was also very lucky that it didn't happen right in the middle of the turn and spinning out on his own oil.
Well, he wasn't far from that position when it did happen.
Only 21 years of age, and Ayrton Darre has had an impressive debut here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Juan Montoya leads under caution.